Now, when it comes to the Gulag, it's all situational based, just like Warzone itself. There's not one tip that's going to rule all, but there are certain things that you don't do that will always be the case. For instance, let's just go back before I start teabagging this poor guy. So right here, we're running at each other. Realistically, if this is a good player, he probably would have shit on me, but I was here to spectate and I just wanted to see what he had. And then right at this point, I'm breaking his camera angle. So right here, he can no longer see me. So instead of him adjusting, un-ADSing, snapping to me, and then re-ADSing and abusing aim assist while moving sideways, he does what most players do. He drop shots and panics and doesn't hit a single bullet after that. Guys, look, I'm for drop shotting in certain situations, but make sure the enemy doesn't have any movement towards you, because if the enemy's moving towards you and you drop shot, he's probably gonna move past you and shoot you in the back. All right, here we are though, spectating your boy. Guys, you can't jump on anything that high. Just want to throw that out there. Also, dude, if you have one of them smoke detectors that don't stop going off, trust me, I used to have one of them bitches too. Turn your mic off, especially in solos. You're giving your position away. So we have an enemy above us. We can hear him. And I love the fact that we're slow walking and opening doors. Yes, opening doors doesn't make as much noise as blowing through doors, but enemies can still hear it. So once you start opening things and meleeing things, just give up the crouch walking. Moving this slow will ruin your momentum. All right, we know he's here. We can hear him in that room. No, he's not cheating. That's just using audio. He's obviously got a headset. He's obviously has decent audio. You could hear him move there. Now, would he have been against that wall? Who knows? He could have been further back. But this is something you don't do. Guys, no matter what position you're in, if you're this enemy here, you do not want to just come around here and sit in the corner. That is never what you want to do. Also, from this dude's standpoint, stop crouch walking. Start getting some momentum. Yes, it worked in this case, but if there's any player decent or above in your lobby, they're going to outmaneuver you. Plain and simple. A lot of you guys are like, I don't have the movement. I can't figure it out. The only way to figure it out is by doing it. And doing this is the opposite of that. Especially with Black Ops 6 coming out. Dude, I'm telling you right now, the skill gap is just exploding. Casual players like this are going to be left in the dirt, bro. They're going to have to find another game to play, because I'm telling you right now, Black Ops 6 ain't going to be for them. So like right here, I want you guys to pay attention to this. This is something everyone does. He's in the looting phase. And notice when he stops looting, what does he do? That's the center of his screen. That's his crosshair. That's his reticle. So again, let's just say there's an enemy here, or here, or here, or here, or here. You know how hard it's going to be for him to snap up and over, snap up and over, snap up and over. Now let's raise the crosshair, right? So you want to keep this dot on the horizon. You really want to put it like right around here is where you want it. And why is that? Well, if you're always looking relatively up, you can kind of scan a lot easier. You can snap from side to side, snap from here to here. I mean, notice the difference in the lengths of the snaps as opposed to where he's looking now. So you guys tell me, which one do you actually think is smarter and better? This is the #1 mistake I see all players making. If you guys fix this, as well as a few other things that we'll talk about in this video, I'm telling you right now, your gameplay will drastically change. You will be winning more gunfights and more games than you ever thought possible. Recently, I've started teaching myself Python just so I can learn a new skill. And thanks to today's video sponsor, you can too, and at your own pace. Boot.dev is the smartest way to learn code, and they make sure you're never bored. It's online, self-paced, and feels like a captivating RPG game. You know, for you gamers out there. All features on Boot.dev are designed to keep you motivated and moving forward towards your goal. They even do bi-monthly boss fights where the community rallies together and gains bonus XP for each lesson completed during the event. You can learn back-end web development from start to finish in the Python and Go programming languages. The platform is designed to get you writing a ton of code, because getting your hands on the keyboard and shipping projects is the only way to learn. And I know trying new things can sometimes be a gamble, but they never want a student feeling like they spent money on something that isn't helping them. So they offer a 30-day no questions asked refund policy, a free demo of every course, and its interactive features. And let's be real, programmers have amazing earning potentials. According to Stack Overflow, the median salary for back-end developers in the US in 2023 was over $100,000. So if you're tired of your long commute to work or just want to change a pace, make sure you check them out today. Click the link in the description and use my code to get 25% off your first month, or even your entire first year if you choose the annual plan. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and buy something. We don't have money. Yeah, I figured not. I'll be honest, I didn't hear that guy at all. But we're gonna analyze this regardless. All right, so this guy's coming right at us. All right, so right now we have a sniper that's not our build. It's a 3 attachment Car 98. It's a 3 attachment sniper. I just don't feel comfortable with it. Also, I want to get to cover. So if I'm RHP, I'm going to go ahead and move right here, right? I got a sniper. I want to use a little bit of cover. I'm not going to put myself up against the wall because I'm making myself an easier target. I want to go ahead and keep myself separated by putting myself right here and getting a line of sight on the enemy and hopefully taking some really accurate shots. And also, I'm not going to use this. I'm going to switch to the AR that we do have in our inventory. You want to use the right weapon for the right fight. And look, if this is your sniper build, for sure. Or if you're a really good sniper, fine, you take the shot. But most players aren't going to be able to hit this, and I definitely guarantee you he's not going to either. We play at this point now, the enemy knows we're here. Right, we've pissed your homie off. We've missed a shot. It's time to switch weapons. We're gonna go again. All right, so now we've missed twice and then we decide to switch. What do? He starts playing the cover, a good decision. And just simply missing his shots. But if he would have actually used the AR from the get-go and taken the shots initially with that gun and been more accurate and hit the enemy by surprise, he'd have been in a much better position. And I don't want to discourage you guys from being active with snipers. If you're just trying to practice sniping, by all means, do that. If you just want to be a good sniper, you have to do shit like that, and I'm for it. But speaking generically, don't do that, because most players aren't out here trying to be godly snipers. So there's streamers out there. I'm not going to name names, big ones, small ones. There's YouTubers out there. I'm not going to name names, big ones, small ones. These idiots love to tell you guys to sit in your spawn at Gulag. Do not ever listen to anybody that tells you to sit in your spawn at Gulag, ever. They're fucking idiots. Right now, we're going against obviously an aggressive player. He runs towards us. We're sitting here. Now, RHP thinks he has leverage because he can hear us. The enemy can't hear us. And technically, he's kind of right. Problem is, when you have a player moving and grooving like this and you go to peek, he's going to completely fuck you up. Players who are insecure, aka sitting in their spawn, do not have the reaction time and the aim and the snaps to be able to outshoot an aggressive player. So what do? You want to start practicing moving in the Gulag. Even if you die over and over and over again, you're gonna die anyway, obviously. You might as well do something different, right? Go to the right, go to the left, push up to the middle platform and just listen, and then peek as he slides out. There's a lot of different things you can do, and that just was not a good attempt at all. He basically gave up the moment he got in the Gulag. Moving on to TikTok, I'm Swag. Now look, TikTok and his gamer tag, I'm hoping to see some good shit. Usually TikTokers let us down, but I don't know. He seems like he's moving and grooving. Looting fast, getting in and out of here. Also notice the difference, the way he moves, the way he loots compared to your boy. Moving fluidly is not a skill. All right, it's not. It just takes reps. That's all it is. It just takes reps. I'm not hating on any of us that do it. I'm just saying players that can't do stuff like this, players that aren't fluid, players that can't move on skates, that's only because you guys haven't tried enough. I'm telling you right now, dude, if you guys get active with it and you're out here just moving around the map, actively fighting, it'll take you less than 10 games before you're actually getting better on the sticks. I'm telling you right now, with Black Ops 6 coming out, dudes, if you're not out here this next month moving, if you're still sitting in a corner, you might as well not even get Black Ops 6. It's gonna get fucking destroyed. Also, I'm having surgery on my throat, guys, so videos are gonna be a little hit or miss. The reason why I haven't been posting consistently at all this year, but hopefully when I recover, man, I'll come back and start posting daily. But yeah, I do apologize, guys. I want to get you guys ready for the next game.
I did not see him.
Yeah, there's really not much to break down right there. I mean, yo, his observation the whole time, the way he's looting, is fine, right? He loots, he gets in and out, he looks around, he's trying to find enemies, he's trying to move around, and this is just the nature of COD. Now, unfortunately, he is right here. I didn't see him either. He's sitting perfectly fucking still. And it is what it is. So, I get good shots on the enemy, but let's see what he does in his Gulag. So remember the Gulag we just watched? Now watch what Swag does. I don't know if he's gonna win, but I'm gonna go ahead off a limb and say he's probably gonna win his ghoulie. Did you see that? It happened fast. All right, so we didn't get to watch much of the Gulag, but what I did see was once again drop shotting when you shouldn't. Stop this shit. Pablo Escobar should be standing the fuck right up because there's a good chance we reach out, and we do. And oh look, he's right in the exact same spot, so it makes the shots really easy. Granted, he did miss a lot of shots. He did, but normally those have been really easy shots. So I'm gonna say it again, guys. In the Gulag, don't just commit to drop shotting. If the enemy's in front of you, if he's not moving towards you, if he's super, super close and y'all are just kind of standing there, of course hit the drop. But if he's got movement, if he's around a corner, drop shotting's gonna get you killed. So here we are coming back from the ghoulie, instant getting our loadie. Bless up that we had enough money to do so. We got a black site next to us. I'll be honest, bro. I missed the black sites from Warzone 2. I liked Warzone 2 strongholds and black sites. It actually felt like it was worth a shit. This game here, All right, so we are deep in the match now. Nothing has happened. We have been going around just kind of looking for enemies, and everyone's hiding, which, surprise, surprise, it's Warzone. We went from, I believe, 60 players in the last clip, now down to 24. And I want you guys to pay attention. There's still a lot of enemies up, and because everyone's hiding, I'm pretty sure Sweg is going to get a lot of these kills. Most players, when it comes to Rebirth, there's a certain like pace you want to hit in order to hit 20, 30 kills. Urzistan's different. You can really collect all 20 of your kills in game, and this could be almost damn near an example. The way Urzixstan plays, when it comes to getting 20 kills, it's not difficult, and on top of that, you can really take your time with it. Playing smart, playing aggressive, gatekeeping, going after fights, third partying, that's really what you want to be doing to get your kills. So I love the fact that your boy actually got to the high ground and shut down on the enemy, right? Maintaining momentum, maintaining high ground, especially come in game. At this point here, I don't know what he's doing. This is crazy. If you're on a rooftop, you have to be looking around. You have to be scanning, man. If he's just looking, doing shit, there's a good chance he saw our parachute. There's a good chance he saw us up here. Also, if you do play like this, rock high alert. I rock high alert. Just rock high alert, dude. It helps you. It would have saved my ass. But secondly, the moment you get shot at, you need to break the fuck away. You have to. At this point, he should pop a plate. When he hears our parachute, which he should instantly jump the fuck down and change his angle. So plate up, jump down when you hear our shoot, change angle, and separate, right? You can break away so many different directions this building and kind of lose us, but unfortunately he just commits to going prone. And I get the fear of being shot when you stand back up, but again, when you hear our parachute, which he should, this is key for him. Or even when we're letting go, just look up and shoot us in the face. We're vulnerable. If this is a really, really good player right here, we'd definitely be dead. I just love how he just rage quit. And he had smokes on top of that. I'm assuming that first one was his. It could have been other players. We'll see. But again, your boy Sweg's not on a crazy pace. He's not doing anything super nasty, but he is a good player. So I would not be surprised if you see this dude drop damn near close to 20. Especially with how people in this lobby are playing. So we talked about this in the last video. And if you didn't watch the last video, I'll link it right here. You guys need to stop playing the edge of the gas for reasons like this. Right? When you're in a bad spot and the circle is obviously shifting, you need to pre-rotate, or players like Sweg are going to wait for you to rotate and they're going to F you up. On top of that, when these guys were sitting here, wherever I'm guessing he came from here, this guy came from up here. When y'all are sitting here and you hear this fight taking place, you should instantly know there's a guy here and you should already been moving. You should already have been moving the moment he shot your boy from the crane. But they didn't. If you ever find yourself in a bad position, intentionally, unintentionally, whatever, and you know that there's a position that can hold you and you hear them fighting, move right then. You want to take advantage of the fact that the enemy is distracted and you can now get out of your shitty position. On top of that too, the fact that he just like swims up right here is kind of crazy. He really should have been going the opposite fucking direction, because look at our zone. It's not going to finish over here at all. So he's kind of a psychopath for this. And look at that. We went from 4 kills to 7 kills. People in my videos sometimes are like, Savage, why are you always yelling? It's because I got my volume up and I can't hear a damn thing. So well, let's turn it down so I stop yelling. My throat hurts like a bitch. But we went from 4 to 7 kills in a matter of 60 seconds. And I want to say that just so you guys don't feel pressured. If you're out here trying to drop PRs, you're out here trying to drop more kills, like, don't feel like you have to hit a certain amount of kills per zone. That's not the case in Urzikstan. I mean, it's honestly not really the case all the time in Rebirth, but most of the time it is. You can play patient. You can definitely get aggressive with it and start hot. Footsteps under us. That's just, wow. The odds of that. And he's sitting in a corner watch. Yep. Do I need to pause it down for that? I mean, do I really? Look, if you're afraid of getting in a fight, you're playing the wrong game. You truly are. I know there's a lot of you guys watching this video right now that are doing this. Unless you're cracked and you have no ammo and you're just trying to catch back up and get back into the fight, you should never find yourself in this position. You should never be sitting in a corner. Does he have a heartbeat out? What is he doing with his left hand? Dude, tell me your heart beating, bro. You should never do this. Because again, aggressive players will slide out, break your camera, and F you up, dude. Aggressive players, when they clear rooms, they clear it effectively. And you're not going to have the reaction time to be able to shit on us. We do need to rotate, though. We do need to get out of here. We do have money. I'd want to get a UAV up because, like I said, we probably have a couple more enemies in this area that we could clean up. Intel's always going to be your friend no matter what. Positioning, playing offensive, defensive, or going for kills. UAVs all damn day. And the only way you guys are going to be able to constantly spam UAVs is by getting kills, or at least moving around, grabbing loot, third-partying. Spectating glitch, we cannot see all the pings he sees. So if he sees somebody on minimap and he's like, how do you know he's there? It's probably the UAV. People aren't always cheating. Now we most likely, we most likely have a guy on the rooftop. That's a given. It's the power position. I do like the fact that instead of landing on the roof, he just decided to play a smarter play. You put yourself at a disadvantage like this, but most players will try to land on the rooftop because they don't want to be in this position. But this is honestly a great spot to be in. He's probably going to try to, well, I don't know if he will. What I would do as I jump down is I would wrap around this building and hit the zip. That's what I would do personally. Let's see what he does. Crack. No, the enemy just runs right out to us. He's fighting somebody else, so get ready. Enemy above us. Just a good job reading the fight. The moment we wrapped in here, he's paying attention to everything. He's shooting something. It wasn't us, it wasn't at us, he's shooting something. So I instantly know there's another player. Not to mention we have the bullet impact. So obviously there's a guy somewhere around us and we need to go ahead and play the situation accordingly, which he does. And this guy just unfortunately got third party. It is what it is. Not much you say about that. Decent movement. And now we just wait. We wait for two types of information: visual and audio. Do we see him? Do we hear him? We hear him above us. Enemy jumps up on a ledge. We get the easy knock. The enemy should have time to self before we get up here. Let's see. And unfortunately, he ran back the opposite way. This was the opposite of what we did. Audio-wise, should have told him that we broke away and ran to his right, meaning we probably went under the tunnel, meaning we're probably coming up this direction. Not to mention, even if you don't hear it, you have to assume the obvious. We got the knock, we want the kill, so obviously he can't kill us from sitting over here, so he's going to try to wrap us on our left-hand side. All right, sniper snipe at us. That is very fortunate we didn't get hit. If he would have hit us, dude, we would have been dead. We were not fully plated. All right, grabbing the high ground real quick. Now remember, we cracked a guy up here. I don't think we killed him though. I might be wrong. Fuck. Oh, bitch. All right, so there 2 enemies are at out of the 6 that are left. Not a fight you want to take, but you definitely don't want to be afraid not to peek. So I like how even though there's an enemy on this rooftop over here, he's still ballsy enough and brave enough to play the ledge and look around. Now you don't want to commit to it because you can still get sniped, but you do want to pop up and get eyes on. What I said in my last video was when it comes to Endgame, intel is everything. If you watch that viewer submission breakdown, we had a lot of information in it, especially Endgame. No matter what the situation, if you're in position, if you're out of position, if you're being shot at, if you're safe, you need to get your eyes on what's around you. You need to try to find the other 6 players on this map. Why is that so damn crucial? Because you need to find out where they are so that if you need to rotate now or later, you can do so accordingly. For example, if there's 2 enemies in this building, 1 enemy over here, 1 enemy over here, and then 2 guys fighting down here, we know that at that point, we could probably rotate down here and we'll be safe. That's not the situation, but I'm just saying gathering information like this can help you decide which way you want to go if you're in a bad spot. There's a fight going on right here. I like the fact we got the bridge. Now the bridge is a good position against this fight, but again, we have the building we need to worry about, so just be aware. I don't think he saw him. He's under the bridge. Oh, yeah. There is a guy in there. That's kind of fucking crazy. There's also a dude under the bridge fighting somebody else, and that guy in the building said, I don't want to play. I'm just going to sit in here the whole time. All right, so right now, he knows he has to fight this guy, right? Because look at our position. We have no cover at all. And yeah, this guy's shooting at us for sure. He's definitely going to be an issue, but the biggest issue is this dude right here. This guy can't snipe for shit. I'm not worried about him, but this guy, we don't know his story. All we know is he has to leave this building too. There's a vehicle. So either A, we kill him, or B, he kills us or gets in the vehicle and runs over us, or C, distracts us enough to where this guy can finally get a lucky headshot on us and kills us, right? So we need to go ahead and push this fight. I like the fact we use our smokes to do so. Now, a lot of you guys will be like, well, Savage, shouldn't we just push across with smokes? You could do that too. Not a bad option. You could push across to safety, because this is a very dangerous position to be in.
Get your head in the game, Kate.
All right, good use of smokes. Good use of smokes. Again, dudes, no matter what, I always recommend you guys run smokes. Stop using thermals as an excuse. Barely anybody runs them. Smokes will save your ass more times than it will hurt you. By a long shot. And that was unfortunate. Now, I'm surprised the enemy doesn't have any lethals, to be fair. Now, him playing a rooftop like that, and the fact he doesn't have lethals lets me know he's probably a camping bitch, because he's not grabbing munis. He's not. What is going off the textures of this game? What am I watching? All right, so there are 2 enemies left. We hear an enemy down here shooting, and we see the guy up here. Obviously, the guy that sniped us in the face, so we know where they're all at. To be fair, would not worry about the guy on the rooftop. He has to jump off in a few seconds. I would get to one of these vehicles and play that as a heady. We need to watch this thing, the bomb drone, and we also need to worry about the enemy sneaking up on us from the other side. Playing the back wall is not a bad idea, but again, I'm worried about the third party, and he's got a good angle if he decides to come to us, so it's kind of dangerous. And it's not kind of, it is dangerous. The enemy does push, which is why I want to play inside of this, behind the vehicles. All right, now it's a 1v1 situation. We should win this game. All we need to do is get eyes on the enemies. Do not go to the bomb drone. Now, what do you do in this situation? It's in game. You hold, you wait. Why? I mean, dude, the circle's coming our way. The enemy has to be probably down here, I would imagine, or maybe behind this rock. That's the only 2 spots I would imagine him to be. He's obviously not in here. We did hear him shoot from the shoreline. None of this has cover. So realistically, the only cover is this thing of rocks and this. I think I marked this one, but this, right? So that and that's the only cover. So I know where he's at. One of those. He could wrap up here, which is what he's probably going to do. If I was him, I would do that. But you still want to hold, because you see this rock right here. I'm going to remove my webcam. You see this rock? That's the high ground in the next zone. If he does wrap low, play it easy. And not to mention, when you grab the rock, you have great line of sight down here. And if the enemy does wrap this direction, which he won't, but if he does, you fall back on the back side of the rock and you use it as a heady. That's going to be the spot you want to be in, so don't move around. I have a feeling, judging by him hopping back and forth, he might actually kind of rotate, do something crazy. Maybe not. I mean, he's not wrong thinking he's going up to the right side. I think he's definitely going to be going to the right-hand side. That's not a hard row with a gas mask with not a gas mask, and I want to get eyes on it. I really do. Another reason why I highly recommend high alert is for situations like this. I would already be here, and I'd be looking down. I'd be looking down there, and I'd be scanning back and forth, but I'd be looking down. And then when the enemy does wrap one direction or another, if I happen to be looking the opposite direction, high alert goes off, I snap, I kill him, GG's. No. Is this how he throws? So this right here is going to give enemy a chance now to get better positioning. Before, the enemy's probably scared, like, I don't want to push, I don't know where he is. But now, not only does he know where we're at, but he knows we're damaged. So the enemy can have a little bit more confidence to push up. Great job and great use of tools. Push up the right-hand side. We're plating, he'll probably push this. We have smokes. Decent gunfight. Your boy can definitely shoot. Swag is not a bad player by any stretch of imagination, but right here, dude, you have to smoke. I throw the smoke right here in the corner too. And the reason why is because if you throw it right here, it's going to pop, and that means you're still going to be within the walls of this little compound, right? But if you throw it right here, the smoke will pop around this area, and you can play it. If you hear the enemy, you can play the back of the car. You can play the opposite side of the wall. You can jump back over here. You can really move around while you played up and regain. Smoke's your best friend, and he had one. Not to mention he had thermites too. Great way to suppress an enemy that's pushing you if you're in a bad spot. here, I would have a smoke up, but we don't right now. Thermite. Dude, thermite this bitch. Great shots. But the fact we didn't have plates, and I don't know why I ran forward, but that was unfortunate. But anyway, Sweat, good game. Guys, I hope you learned a valuable lesson in this video. If you did, leave it a like, subscribe today. And again, good luck in Warzone. It's time to get ready for Black Ops 6.